Hi there, my name is Jen Sidorova and I'm the president of graduate student organization that is turning 35 years this year. What is the product of graduate student career? It is a thesis that would take normally 9 hours to present. Today, watch graduate students of Stony Brook University to do it in just 3 minutes. During the 3-minute competition, students will be judged on the presentation of their thesis based on comprehension, engagement, and presentation. Hi there, my name is Jen Sidorova. I'm the president of GSO, and I'm here with your beloved GSO treasurer, Shri. Shri, can you please tell us how your experience with GSO has been so far?
It was interesting, challenging, and to balance the money between and giving it to students equally, and it's a great opportunity. I am really enjoying it, and we look forward to increase the budget and make GSO much bigger and closer to USG during like next few years. But anyway, thanks for the opportunity, and I really think GSO rocks and is very useful to graduate students. And so yes, support GSO.
Thank you, Shri. So today, Stony Brook students will present their thesis in 3 minutes. Are you excited for that?
I'm really excited for that, and I want to see how students, what innovative approaches students planned in order to present their thesis in 3 minutes. For me, my thesis takes at least 1 hour to present. So I'm really looking forward to learn tactics and tricks that students today will be using to for this great delivery mechanism of their theses.
Thank you, Shri, and we'll be seeing you here.
Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Jen. I'm the GSO president, and we are here at the GSO 3-minute thesis competition with Tomas Bakovsky, the president of Graduate Career Association. Tomas, why do you think such competitions are important for graduate students?
It's critically important for graduate students in any field to be able to quickly and effectively crystallize their message and deliver the point of what they're doing to a wide array of audiences.
It's been 3 years with GSO for you so far. What do you think about this experience?
I mean, I think it's critically important to be involved in all types of affairs, especially outside of the lab, to identify what issues affect graduate students and to truly try and make a difference. I mean, if you don't participate and if you're not at the table, then you can't make the decisions and have your opinion be heard.
Thank you, Tomas, for all your great work, and we'll be seeing you later today during the competition.
Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Jen, the president of Graduate Student Organization, and I'm here with Stony Brook Graduate School alumni and now the director of student activities, Anthony LaVisconsin. Anthony, why do you think it is important for graduate students to take active part in student activities?
I think it provides sort of a very well-rounded experience for graduate students. The same way we tend to at times focus on undergraduate students and their involvement outside of the classroom, I think it's equally as important to do so with graduate students because they're just as much a part of our community as anybody else is.
So it's been quite a while since you've been an undergraduate and graduate student here. What were the major changes that you've seen in GSO so far?
So from my time as a graduate student, GSO at the time wasn't as active, and you're starting to see now under the current leadership, and even the leadership for the past couple of years, much more activity in terms of the extracurricular, in terms of involvement with the University Cafe, and just giving graduate students the same opportunities we've provided to undergraduates to get involved beyond the traditional just academic block. When I was a student, as a graduate student, a lot of the focus tended to be on I come to Stony Brook for class, I participate in my research, and then I go back to my work, my everyday life and whatnot, whereas you're starting to see a lot more of the full-time graduate student enrollment, and then you're seeing the increase in the desire for activities and events. So that's really the big difference.
All right, thank you, Anthony, for all your work and your service to both the the students of campus and the graduate students in particular.
Thank you for having me.
And we will be seeing you later here.
Absolutely.
Hi there, my name is Jen Sidorova and I'm the GSO president. Today is the first day that we're celebrating 35 years of service. I'm here with the Dean of Graduate School, Chuck Tabor. Chuck, what was the biggest transformation GSO has gone through the past couple of years?
I'd say the biggest transformation for GSO is just working with me to improve the compensation for graduate students and welcoming many new supported graduate students to Stony Brook. It's been the biggest change. The increase in the number of supported students and the stipend increase.
Why do you think GSO, the advocacy for students, is important for graduate students?
Oh, it's critically important. Graduate students need to have their voice heard at all levels of administration. It's absolutely essential. We are partners at a research university with the students. Graduate students and postdocs are the engines of research at a Research One university.
Today, we will see students presenting their thesis that would normally take 9 hours in just 3 minutes. Are you excited for this?
Absolutely. I'm excited to be part of this program, and if anybody had asked me to try to present my thesis in 3 minutes, I have no idea what I would have done. But it really requires people to distill the message down to what it is they've done, how they've done it, and why they've done it.
Thank you, Chuck, and we are looking forward to hear your speech later today.
Okay, thanks.
So I did a little calculation. Figured the typical job talk or thesis presentation is about 45 minutes long, and usually there's about a 2-minute introduction for that. You do the math, I was really over about 3 seconds ago. I really should keep it to about 8 seconds. Unfortunately, I couldn't, but I will keep it very brief. So communicating science is one of the most important goals for graduate education at Stony Brook. As I think all of you know, we have the Alan Alda Center for Communicating Science, which is an institutional framework for bringing the communicating science to our graduate students, postdocs, and faculty. The idea is really very, very important because of the disconnect between the academic world and society. And we could talk about some of the problems that occur in society today because of the lack of communication between experts and the public. I'm a political scientist. I do survey research and experimental research. One of the things that surveys turn up regularly is the low level of awareness of scientific knowledge in the public. It's really a critical problem, especially when many of the public policy issues that we face today are science-based or based in scholarship. The public really doesn't have an adequate understanding of scientific knowledge, and certainly they don't have an adequate understanding of the scientific process, nor do our leaders, our political leaders. So this is something that we need to really do a better job on, because frankly, the responsibility here is ours. It's our responsibility to be good communicators. Okay? That's one of the main functions of scientists and researchers, is to be able to communicate their work. So it has important political and social ramifications. It's also really important for you in terms of your own professional development, to be able to have this skill of being able to distill your message down to the what am I doing, how am I doing it, why am I doing it. And it's not just because you want to be able to talk to people in bars or elevators or your in-laws at Thanksgiving or whatever it is. It's because you need to be able to communicate these sorts of ideas. Your ideas are important, and if you want them to have the impact that they can have, you need to be able to communicate them to an intelligent lay audience, and that's really the goal here. Okay. So when you think about communicating science, the most important things are to be able to take your complex ideas and bring them down into a single visual and verbal representation that will grab attention, that will motivate people to take the effort that's necessary to understand the more complex ideas that underlie your work. So in my view, at least, a successful 3-minute thesis is one that inspires the listener to want to know more, so that you get the chance to spend time telling them more about what you're going to do. So if, I hope that many of you had a chance to work with people from our communicating science group. I think that they have some terrific methods for helping you get to that point. But I really hope that the most important thing you get out of this is that you develop the ability to intrigue people with your 3-minute presentation of your thesis. Thank you.
But then the public felt something was missing. And science was out there feeling so misunderstood. Science realized it wasn't really feeling entirely whole without the public. And the public was feeling a little lost without someone smart to talk to. And now science and the public want each other back, because everybody wants to be understood. But we have a big problem. We have this problem called scientific illiteracy. Scientific illiteracy I define as scientists who don't know how to read or write or speak in plain language. It's not just the public's fault. In this country, fewer than half the people believe that life evolves. A lot of people think that astrology is a branch of science. If you ask people to name a living scientist, the name that comes up most often is Albert Einstein. And yet, oddly enough, people say that they trust science. They trust science more than they trust almost anything else. And isn't that odd? So people out there are very confused, and they feel that science and scientists are something remote and cold and inhuman. How many people here are remote, cold, and inhuman? So we need to meet people where they are. You're scientists, but you're not only scientists. You're not science machines. You're also sons and daughters. You are citizens, community members, husbands, wives, parents. Some of you are patriots. These are all places where we can find out what's really going on out there in nature and understand it and bring it back. But that creates a little bit of a temptation to tell everybody everything that we know. People aren't always interested in everything that you know. They're probably more interested in knowing a little bit about you. So when you talk, don't try to tell people everything that you know. Use everything that you know to decide what it is that you need to tell this particular person that you're talking to. Science is...
Hi, my name is Tomasz Bukowski. I am the Vice President of the GSO, and I'm here with the runner-up of the 3-minute thesis competition, Nadia Jabbar. So can you just take a moment to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm a 5th-year graduate student in the Molecular and Cellular Biology department. And I talked about my thesis work that I've been working on for the past couple of years.
Great. So what inspired you to participate in this competition?
As a graduate student, we have to go to countless seminars, and along the way I've just realized that I really appreciate a good talk. So I always try to be clear and concise in the presentations that I give. So I thought this would be a great challenge, for me to do that, and to a general audience, which I don't get to talk to a lot. And I just wanted to convey the excitement that I have for my research.
So how did you prepare for this competition?
I tried to think of a really good metaphor that would resonate with everyone. So I, came up with the email metaphor, and I thought about it for a while. I wrote it down, and then we had a little coaching session with the Center for Communicating Science, which was really helpful. And then, I ran it by some friends and family and got their input. So just kept trying to improve it.
That's great. So how do you feel being second place, doing so well?
It feels great. I'm definitely going to use this, when I go interview for jobs. Hopefully I can show it to them and show that I'm a clear communicator, and it'll hopefully help me in the future.
What kind of jobs are you looking for?
Science communication.
Then this is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks. So my name is Tomasz Bukowski, and I'm the Vice President of the GSO, and I'm here with Kasia Sawicki. She is a winner of the 3-minute thesis competition. And so, Kasia, just take a minute to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kasia Sawicka. I am from the Department of Biomedical Engineering. I have successfully defended just a few weeks ago, so on to bigger and brighter things, hopefully sometime soon.
Now that it seems like you've graduated, now you're just winning competitions left and right, huh? Well, so what inspired you to participate in this competition?
So one of the things that is happening with my research right now, we made it to the point where we have very exciting results. However, we are trying to entice investors into hopefully commercializing this technology. And I find myself very often talking to venture capitalists and other researchers. And it is very important that you are capable of concisely, clearly, and compellingly telling the story of your research. Because if you're going to ask someone to give you money, you pretty much have to know what you want to say. And these people are very busy, so they don't often have too much time for you.
So do you think you're going to be showing your investors this video that we made for you?
Do we need to talk about this? I'm not sure the video is allowed to be out, but I'm not sure if I'll show them the video. I mean, I think one of the things I learned, because we had 3 different tiers of giving speeches today, I learned that every time I implemented something new, and I think it actually worked in my advantage because I was so nervous initially. And so I think sometimes going in without too much of a plan or doing it off cuff, you have more of an ability to relate to people. And that's one of the greatest things about communication, is that, you know, you tell someone your story and then hopefully they'll tell you some of theirs. And, you know, the whole point of networking is to try and create connections. And I think that's a key.
Okay, well, thank you. That's great advice.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, hi, my name is Tomasz Bukowski. I'm the Vice President of GSO, and I'm here with Alfreda James. And Alfreda, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Alfreda James, and I represent the Career Center.
Great. And so, how is the Career Center involved in 3-minute thesis?
I learned about the 3-minute thesis competition when I went to a professional meeting last summer in Chicago. I am a member of the Graduate Career Consortium, and we are a group of career counselors who focus on helping graduate students and postdocs. The idea of 3TM comes from the University of Queensland in Australia. The Australians are very much interested in communicating science like we are here in the United States, and they devised this competition. So I learned about the competition when I went to my professional meeting last summer. I decided to see if Stony Brook would be interested in doing it, and here we are. We just had a great competition with 15 candidates and 12 judges, and I think everybody left feeling a great high. Communication is a very important transferable skill, and by participating in this, we've helped our students just become a little bit better in terms of competition for the job market.
Do you have any favorites from today?
None whatsoever. Everybody, the fact that people did this, were willing to do this and get out of their comfort zone, is a major accomplishment. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I think all the contestants did a great job. Well, thank you for being with us here today.
Danke.